Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas. Welcome back, What the Pluckers, and you've finally made it to the end of season...
They finally made it. We finally bleeding made it.
What season is this?
I don't know.
8? Is it 8? Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know. Anyway, you've made it to the final episode of whatever season this is.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about the dreaded C word, aren't we, today? Feeling a little bit under the weather, me, today, so I might not be my bright, sparkly, crazy, wild self.
No, she's not. She's got cold, and she's been here 5 minutes, and I've started sneezing.
Just come out in sympathy. Yeah. Oh, God, don't you just hate getting it, though? Like, at least I'm getting it now, before the actual Christmas crazy rush.
Yeah. I mean, I don't often mind, like, you know, being bedbound for 2 or 3 days. It's a nice relax. It's nice to just switch off, chill. Yeah, you feel like death. But, like, it just forces you to stop.
Yeah. And that's what we need. We need forcing to stop.
But today's episode is going to be all about the C word, the dreaded C word. A little bit of like a recap because this is our final episode of the year.
Yeah, it is.
So it's a little, you know, montage of things. Let's see where we end up. We could be talking about bleeding retail again. Who knows?
No, we've had enough with retail. We've had enough. So have you started with your Christmas rush? Have you started with your Christmas shopping, etc.?
Christmas shopping, no. I'm not really feeling it this year.
I feel like it's come round really fast, but I feel like we say that every year, that it's come round really fast. But I'm not really feeling it this year.
But I'm not really feeling like buying for everyone. Is what I mean.
Oh, right. I'm just not feeling it anyway this year. I'm just a bit like, oh, let's get it over and done with.
No, I'm excited for Christmas. So obviously it's my first Christmas being self-employed. And usually I'm working. I can take a couple of extra days off.
Oh, yeah, it
but
is.
But then
it's
it's just
one.
like, I'm working for like my employer. Then I'm trying to do this. And then I'm trying to like Christmas shop. And then trying to like do all bleeding Christmas markets and all that other stuff you commit to. So this year's like my first one.
You're gonna see what it's like to have a real self-employed Christmas where everything's gonna be hectic. Everything's gonna be. You're not gonna say no to anybody because you'll be thinking it's money in my pot.
It's money,
honey. You'll be not saying no to anybody. You'll be getting people messaging you last minute saying, "Jamie, can you fit me in?" And you'll think, "No, I can't, but I will." So it's all about to come.
Look, novelty will wear off. I'm excited this year. Week before Christmas, I'm packed already. And I'm like, oh, it'll be nice. But I know the novelty's going to wear off.
It will.
Probably like 2 hours into that Christmas rush, I'll be like, ugh.
But I was listening someone talk about Christmas the other day, and they were saying, and it's true, if you treat Christmas a little bit like a wedding, if you pre-plan, everything's going to be okay around that period of time. So if you pre-plan everything in like salon and stuff like that, in terms of like stock, all stuff like this, you're going to be, then the day or that Christmas rush is going to run as smooth as you can.
As it can,
because that is his main thing, like making sure a salon runs as smoothly as it can. Or your clients or your booking, everything runs as smoothly as it can. One of the main things that I think is important is to make sure before you are opening your books or opening your, well, you should have done them already now, but before you are opening your booking systems, etc. for Christmas and opening up them days, I would give your priority clients the ones that, I would give them first dibs, really. So I've been doing this literally, well, I can't take credit for it. Maddie's been doing this since probably like August. She has been saying to my regular clients, are you booked in for Christmas?
Yeah.
And they've been like, what? No, of course not. They're there in shorts and vest. And they're like, no, we're not booked in for Christmas. So she's been like, well, let's get you booked in for Christmas so you can get the appointments that you want. Because there's nothing worse than if your clients, if you had like an online booking system and your clients, you'd not really gave them a heads up and said, you know, have a look online and book in for Christmas, or do you want me to book it in for you, you know, when they're at their previous appointment? If you're not doing that, then your clients are then going to go online, look to book in with you, see that there's no appointments left, and they will go somewhere else.
Yeah, it is about being prepared. Like, even though this is my first one, I love organisation. Mm-hmm. I love all of that. Harriet can't stand it.
Yeah, I hate it.
But I'm organised for both of us.
I am getting better.
Yeah, ish. Like September, I was saying to clients.
Yeah.
And then September, October. It were around October time, especially LVL, because it's been absolutely booming this year.
Yeah, it has.
And I'm like, you need to now work out when you're coming back. Because you have to wait so many weeks.
You have to try and fit. I hate this bit. This bit leading up to Christmas. I hate it when they're trying to get a brow lamination and an LVL in before Christmas, and you're trying to work it out, and they're like, yeah, but it's 6 weeks before Christmas. And I'm like, yeah, but that means that if you come in the week of Christmas, it means it's only 5 weeks and you can't have it done.
Yeah.
So you've got to try and like... right now, I would be putting them off having, if they're wanting their Christmas LVL and like brow lamination and stuff like that, I'd be like saying, if I were you, I'd just have them tinted this time, or tint and wax and a tidy or something. I
did one man when I was like, let's get you booked in for Christmas. Started at Christmas and worked back.
Yeah.
So what date do you want Christmas? Right, we're going to go back X amount of weeks. Mm-hmm. That's when you can next have a lash lift.
Yeah.
Then back again, and then it is that thing of, oh well, I've got a wedding then, I'm going away that weekend. I'm like, it's either your weekend away or Christmas. Choice is yours, but come on, tick
definitely give them that option first to go, because they will book. I was just gonna sneeze as well. You're right. I can feel that. I can feel mine like brewing up a little bit as well. It's so weird, so intertwined. But we people will, when they need stuff done, and I don't know about you, but you'll probably realise it more this year. You'll have people book in that you don't even know who they are that come at Christmas. They just come out at woodwork and you think, who are you? Who are you?
Yep.
Like, that just come, and this is what the other thing I'm going to get onto. Are you going to do it again? Are you going to sneeze again? Right, okay. So the other thing that I would get onto about is, especially if these people are booking that you don't know, deposits. We preach about it all the time, but we need deposits. There is a lot of places, and I've seen it happen before, where they are giving the option to pay for the appointment up front, the full of it, because then when it comes to them doing like their Christmas shopping, etc., or whatever, they've not got to fork out and cancel last minute because they've spent too much on Christmas shopping and they can't afford their treatment. So sometimes people can have like a bit of a payment scheme where they come in for the first few appointments, they pay half for the Christmas appointment.
I'd be terrible, because then I'd feel like I were working Christmas week for no.
I'd be fuming. Yeah.
I'm working bleeding 10, 12-hour days.
Yeah.
And I've come home with no. Yeah, because you spent it all 3 months ago.
Can I just say a little tip as well, what we do in salon? If we have any vouchers that have been bought, we do not honour them in December. Because it's them appointments are too, and I know people can be like, well, you've already had the money and stuff like that, but them appointments are so like gold dust that any vouchers that have been bought cannot be used in December, just because it's just too much.
And I think as well, like, aside from appointments and getting bookings and being organised, I think just enjoy it.
Yeah.
I know there's me, I'm saying, well, it's my first one, but I have worked Christmases before, just not to this capacity. But enjoy it. I feel like so many people whinge and complain.
I love it, really.
About Christmas and working X amount of hours and, if you just go in every day thinking, 10-hour shift back to back, you're going to hate it. Why be miserable? Just go in, think it's the the time of year where you make probably the most money.
Yeah, you do.
Like, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because if you just go in hating it, you're just going to not want to be there.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, enjoy it. And we said this on his last one, like, stock up your cupboards.
Oh
Make
my
like a
God,
snack
yeah.
cupboard, because you're probably not going to get the luxury of like a half an hour dinner, 45-minute dinner to
Yeah.
nip down to Greg's and get, you know,
Yeah, you're not going to do it.
festive bake or whatever.
Festive roll.
Yeah, you're not going to have time for Deliveroo out like that. So, like, get some stuff that you're going to enjoy eating, but that's quick.
Yeah.
Even just like snacky bits.
Yeah.
So that you can, like, while something's on you, say, I'm just going to nip to the toilet, but really you're in back, scramming a packet of crisps down your throat.
Yeah.
Like, make sure you're stocked up on that. And a client actually said to me today, because I've decked up, you can't see it, but I've decked up. Harriet hates the tree.
No, I don't hate the tree. I
does.
don't.
We FaceTimed the other day, and I told
not
her
a-
that I
I'm-
were doing it.
I'm not a
and
blue light fan, though.
I know, but warm light wouldn't have looked right because it was silver.
No, it wouldn't have. Yeah, you're right.
I said I were decking up, and she said, oh, ridiculous, too early.
Well, saying that, my mum's got 2 Christmas trees put up already, and she put them up on the 5th of November. So I was like, wow.
Yeah, I decked up in here because I thought clients are have only got like another 2 appointments before
Yeah.
Christmas, and then it'll be down. So get it up. And I do feel when you make it festive,
You feel a bit more festive in mood.
you feel more festive. They want to shop.
Yeah.
Because it's like, obviously everyone knows Christmas is coming. I've got a huge Christmas tree, like loads of little bits. Retail out. I've got offer and so last episode. Were it last episode?
Yes, we did.
We were
retail.
talking about retail.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. It was
Episode before. And I've got like a unit thing up wall. All retail items now £5.
Noticed it because I went over to it and thought, I'm going to buy some.
Cheaper than what I can get it for.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought, bloody hell, it's cheaper than cost, this. But when I went over to it, they didn't have the colours that I wanted. So then I realised, I thought, no wonder he's selling them for a £5.
Yeah. Just to get rid, like we said in the episode, like it's just dead stock. I want rid.
Yeah.
And someone came in, were it yesterday or day before? Bought 6 items
Christmas presents.
for a daughter. She was showing me pictures of her daughters.
And you were saying,
What colour
have
would
this,
she need?
yeah,
Get
yeah.
that. It just makes people, again, feel more Christmassy, a bit more festive.
Because it is, when you walk into a shop, you automatically have a little bit of a like, because when it's all done up for Christmas, you automatically have like a bit of a panic and think, oh God, I need to start my Christmas shopping soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is a bit of a psycho thing to do,
Yeah.
but I like that.
Spend your money.
It is.
And a client said to me today as well, when are you going to start playing Christmas music?
Too far.
I went, I'm not.
Are you not?
Maybe like the week, not even the week,
Yeah.
the few days before.
I think so. I have a Christmas playlist, but it's all a little bit like acoustic-y versions or covers. It's not like cheesy ones or whatever.
Yeah, because I think, and I said to her when, it's all right for you coming in for 45 minutes, you hear a couple of classics,
Yeah.
you go away and you think, oh, festive.
Yeah,
I've got to listen to it every day.
yeah, true.
And I just don't have time for
No,
that.
no, not every day.
No.
Just the week leading up to, I think. What are you working up to Christmas this year?
I'm working just normal, so Tuesday to Saturday.
What does the Saturday fall on?
I don't know, Christmas is on Wednesday.
So you're not... Wow, so you're having quite a bit of time off, girl.
because I deserve it.
Wow. So I'm being psycho. I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then having Monday the 23rd off, Tuesday the 24th off, and obviously Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I am going back in between Christmas and
I
New
am.
Year. You've got to, really, in
Yeah.
this industry.
And I
Got
feel
to.
like I used to do it a couple of years ago, and I'd always find... I used to work New Year's Eve, me.
I used to for a long time,
Yeah.
yeah. But do you know what? New Year's Eve never really used to be busy.
See, I used to get, when I worked in salon, a lot of younger girls come in, even like tint and wax.
Because they wanted
Because
them
wanted
just
them
fresh enough.
fresh, or they'd want me to like pro pencil
makeup in 'em.
them all in and stuff like that for them going out. But I feel like that whole phase of girls going and spending like 35, 40 quid every time they go out for a full face of makeup is kind of died off.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know why? Because everybody's so good at doing their own.
Yeah.
They really, really are. I mean, there were a time where we never used to leave the house without, like, consider even going out without having his makeup done at Mac.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And now it's
wild,
just like,
isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
it is.
So I don't get as much of that anymore. And that's why I'm like, I'm not going to work New Year's Eve. But I am going back in between.
I'm not working New Year's Eve. I am going back, I think, the 28th, 29th and 30th maybe. And then I'm coming back on the 3rd because obviously I'm going on holiday on the 8th. So I need to get some days in and they're already panicking. That 3rd to the 8th is practically as fully booked as what Christmas is because everybody's panicking. I'm having 10 days off. You would think I'd just told them that I'm going to have next 2 years off. They're like, oh my God. Like, so, also talking about getting stocked up. Have a look what treatments you have already booked in as well. So make sure you have got enough because what is worse than having, say, 10 LVLs booked in and only having sachets for 8? There's nothing worse, is there? Because you hardly ever count them sachets.
No.
You're like, you just automatically go to the box and think they're going to be there.
Yep.
And there's nothing worse, and you're like, holy shit.
I'm bad with shields.
Yes, me too.
Shields, I'm bad. The sachets, we both use Sarah Lash. They come in a sleeve. I always have one that I use and 2 in my drawer.
Just as emergencies.
Yeah. But shields.
Well, sometimes with sachets, what I do is I put a pin in it, squirt out what I need, and then seal it with tape.
Yeah.
If I know that I've got another one in that day.
That day,
I wouldn't be like doing it if I got one in like a couple of days after.
Yeah.
But if I've got one in that day or a couple of hours later, I just seal it. But like, just make sure you've got like things like even enough disposables and things like that. There is nothing worse than trying to get, because obviously companies, they close around Christmas and stuff, and they have a massive rush because no doubt they'll have had Black Friday as well coming. So they struggle sometimes to get your orders out on time. You don't want to be trying to order LVL and expecting it to be there day after.
And it's not like the companies, but also like our bad at deliveries at
Oh,
Christmas.
yeah,
So even if your
crazy.
order gets through and the company you're buying from has still got next day delivery on, once that parcel has left their distribution centre, if that delivery service is behind, you ain't seeing that next day.
Yeah. It's hard to see it next day even now.
Yeah.
Even if you pay for it.
Yeah. So stock up. Black Friday's coming up. Get them list and fork out a bit of extra cash and stock up for the rest of the year.
A lot of Black Fridays are in November now, aren't they? Some of them are. I've seen them already promote that they're going to be in November, like the end of November or whatever. So make sure you've got a list, you're there, you're waiting, you're ready to go, the stuff's in your basket.
Yeah.
Go.
Yes. But as well with Christmas, like I said, enjoy it and think at tips.
I've been saving my tips from July, and I'm opening them when I finish at Christmas. Because it's going to be for a puppy. Hopefully, it's going to be for a puppy. Oh. So, my clients will have technically bought my new dog if I get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll have custody. Oh, funny. But yeah, enjoy it and yeah, don't worry about... I always think as well at Christmas when you're so busy, bugger content.
Oh, yeah. You ain't got time.
Bugger out like that. Just enjoy it. You know, live in the moment. But a little bit of a roundup from us because this is our final episode of 2024. Can you believe it?
I know.
Another year of listening.
How long have we been doing this now? 2 years? 2 or 3? Is it 3?
2.
No, it's 2. 2, yeah.
Another year of listening to us two Northerners talk crap. Congratulations.
What a great year it's been, though.
It has. It really has. And I don't know if, like, my memory is so bad, but when you sent me them videos other day of us drunk walking home, I was just like...
When was that?
I'd completely forgot about it. And I was like... And then it made me think, and I was looking on my phone, I was like, oh, we actually have had some, like, good
Yeah.
times this year. But my memory's just shocking.
It just all blurs into one sometimes, doesn't it? And I think that happens a little bit with work as well. What I'm going to do is, because I obviously know January is never really a quiet time for me. It's usually February. October, November and February are always ones that'll dip in business for me personally. You'll probably see it come.
November for me this year.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's quiet.
It's weird.
But like last month, October was the busiest month I've had.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's a dip, and then obviously it's going to peak at Christmas.
And so get in, if you are thinking about going on refreshers and stuff like that, and you're wanting to invest in like training or like new treatments that you're going to have in salon or whatever, I would be having a look at maybe doing it and getting them booked in for, because you might be able to get them in Black Friday sale. And then book them for like February time or whatever. And then January, February time. And then you can start your new year with something fresh.
Yeah.
And I always encourage my clients to, when they book their Christmas appointment, I always encourage them to try and book the one after as well. Just because you don't want to come back after Christmas and then the phone be constantly ringing off the hook and you don't know where you are, you don't know what you're doing and stuff like that. So at least, and you know that you're going to have some income coming in.
I think as well, booking them in, like you said, in that November, December one for Jan or Feb, because then it's in.
Yeah.
And strangely, they feel like some people will cancel, but a lot of people will think, oh, I've got that booked in, so I will go have it done.
Yeah.
Where if you don't book them in, when it comes to Jan or Feb and money's a bit tighter, they'll probably go without.
Yeah, and I think
so,
if they're saying, oh, I'll book it, I'll sort it out after Christmas. Everybody's life is so hectic around Christmas that when Christmas comes, nobody sorts stuff out after Christmas. Because they're a bit like, they're trying to figure out what day it is and stuff like that, aren't they? You know, like, what's going on? What day are we on? And all that. Also, remember, I think a lot of us can get money in his bank account and think, God, look how much I've earned. That's great. And spend it. You've got to put money aside for your rent, your bills, your stock, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't go wild. Wages. Don't go wild and think, I've got all this money, what I've earned, and stuff like that. It does all go back out, as we all know.
Yep.
So pre-plan.
Pre-plan.
And that is the key with Christmas. I think pre-plan, preparate. What is it? What's that saying? Failure to prepare.
Prepare to fail.
I don't know. Failure to prepare. Something like that. Something like that. Basically meaning if you don't prepare,
it's going to be a car crash.
Yeah, it's going to be a car crash.
But what a year for What the Pluck. We hosted the Brow Awards.
Yeah.
We did our first live podcast. We have been to Saint and Serenity events. What else have we done?
I'm trying to think. I can't really remember because we have been to like so
Tatty
many
Lash
events. Yeah, we've had a great time, and when we look back through those memories, it has been a great year for What the Plug. And we did say at the start of this year, this is going to be his best year yet.
Yeah, we did.
Next season, we have got something that's kind of exciting for you.
We have. We're going to be back. Are we telling them?
No, we'll not tell them, but it's something a little bit different.
Yeah, school is back.
Yeah. Beauty school dropouts, no more.
No. Frenchie.
Yeah, beauty school dropout. Yeah.
Nicest person I've ever met. But yeah, we will be back early doors next year. Mm-hmm. So whilst it's busy for us, we thought, what a great idea. Let's record the next season. Whilst it's the busiest time of year.
Yeah.
So we will be back early next year with something very, very different for What the Pluck.
Very different for us.
And I feel like it's a perfect timing. We've lots going on next year. Mm-hmm. And I think you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, there'll be another season after that, don't worry. It just means that you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. But yeah, we're excited.
We want to thank everybody, as we do always, for tuning in this season, liking, subscribing, following, sharing, cheering your asses off when we walk into a room, asking for pictures with us, asking for personalised videos, whatever, all them things that you do that make us feel like, telling us how great as podcast is. When you're coming up to us and me and Jamie are dancing on a dance floor being absolutely hammered, and you're coming up to us and saying, I love your podcast, you know, this all makes it worthwhile for us.
Thanks for making us feel like mini celebrities, is what we're trying to say. Huge thanks to Laura and Team LRPR for not only putting up with us, but I think also just keeping us grounded, keeping us going, keeping our like heads in check.
Yeah. And making us think that, anything is possible that we want.
Yeah.
We could say the most ridiculous ideas, and Laura never changes her facial expression. She'll just be like, yeah, all right. Yeah.
She's very good.
She is.
She's very good. I will say something, and as much as she wants to say, like, that's a ridiculous idea.
She never does.
She never does, but she'll find a way to say it so that she makes it clear it's a ridiculous idea.
Yeah.
But also that it's achievable.
Yes.
She's very like,
She's very clever. She's so
good.
clever. Yeah, she is. Yeah. We won't be able to do half the stuff that we do without her. So massive shout out to Laura.
And a massive shout out to Buff.
Yes.
As well.
Good old Buff.
Because this is the second season now that they've sponsored us.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Harry. We love a bit of Harry, but I feel like Gigi.
Yes, absolutely.
Is our new biggest fan.
She is amazing.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Harry, you need to step your social media presence up because Gigi is always commenting on our pictures saying that we're her faves, loves us, obsessed.
Yeah.
And Harry, we don't get any of that from you.
And Ellie does.
And Ellie. So come on, Azza. We need to step it up. But yeah, thanks to both. Thanks to the team for sponsoring us, seeing the vision, being our hype gals.
And we cannot wait to show you what we've got in store for next season.
That is us done.
That's it. Stay booked, busy and blessed, and make sure you are prepared for Christmas because it's coming. Whether you like it or not, it's on its way.
It's time. Bye.
Bye.